I think you stay with what's working in terms of biotech and healthcare. The biotech IBB, I think, has traded really well in what's been a pretty benign tape over the last month or so. So I think biotech works. I think banks work against a trend line that Dan and actually Tim pointed out about a week and a half ago, one little segment called Go Chart Yourself, if you recall. So
I know, I remember that.
those XLF traded down, held a trend line. So I think the risk reward in banks at this point probably sets up better than anything else.
I think you stick with the large cap tech if you were there, because if there's anything that this administration is going to get going, it's going to be repatriation and some form of corporate tax reform that's going to help these guys. When you think about Apple, you think about Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, these guys are going to benefit a great deal. Obviously, Apple is going to be a huge beneficiary. They have $250 billion in cash overseas. That's going to give them a lot of leeway, especially when we live in a world right now where Time Warner's, is maybe going to get bought by AT&T. We're going to see a lot of M&A. We know that Disney, Netflix, a lot of guys on the table. I'm just saying, at least they have the ability to do that, and they can bring it in at a very low tax rate.
I think this is really overrated, frankly. I think when people look at tax repatriation, first of all, U.S. corporates aren't paying 35%. Most of these guys are using a lot of very interesting tax loopholes, tax efficiency, whatever you want to call it. And in Apple's case, I mean, they issued a ton of debt against this offshore cash, so they essentially synthetically swapped out a lot of it, and they've already given it back. So to expect that this is going to be a huge boom, I don't think so. I do think that the banks have a ton of room to run, and the irony is that this was supposed to be the environment for banks, and in fact, this was the trade that drew everybody in, and frankly, most people had a blow off top, and it was the wrong time, and they chased them up there. This is a great time. We've had great earnings. Trumponomics light is happening.